2 more minutes, guys. We're going live. Welcome, everyone. We begin the webinar sharp in 1 more minute. Here are the links to our social media pages for you to check us out. Anybody, if you've not joined with your proper name, your first name and your last name, do make sure you do that. Rename yourself. Okay, about to be 9 p.m. everyone. We are getting set to begin. Okay, warm welcome everyone. It's 9 p.m. Warm welcome to your super special session on qualities, habits, and mindset of successful long-term investors. I'm Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth, leading from my beautiful home office in Delhi. If you can hear me and see me clearly, just give me a big hi in the comments box. It's great to be here leading this super session on a powerful day, powerful night tonight. Hey Zaheen, Ronak, Teresa, iPhone, can you please rename yourself so that I can call you appropriately? Yes, Sapna, welcome. I am happy to be sharing some very powerful money principles with all of you today, which can give you access to your financial goals. So if you're excited, do type in excited. You're happy, type in happy. If you're ready to learn, type in ready to learn. Whatever comes to your mind, just type that in. Because this webinar could change your financial future. It could change the economy of your family. It could change the way you approach your money life. The world is changing so fast, and we're living in very interesting times in the history of the world where we can grow our money, we can build our financial success with wherever we are in our life and whatever we might be doing and how much ever we might be making. So I work from home and I'm able to create wealth, build my property in Delhi, and double my money with mutual funds and many other investments by investing small amounts of money that I earned initially. Today, I'm going to share the exact methodology so that you can achieve your financial goals with velocity. And you don't have to go through any college or any finance degree of years for this. So I'm going to share a simple formula with you today, and you can begin to alter your money life within the next 60 days or maximum 6 months. And you can alter wealth creation. You can master wealth creation. So if you're ready, type in game on. Let me see how many of you are ready to take this knowledge and implement this knowledge right away. How many of you? You're ready to learn. Type in, game on, ready to learn. Where are you? So I could already see Zaheen is here. iPhone, I would love that you rename yourself. Sapna, Vinita, Rohit, Ronak, I can see all of you. Hey, Joey. Awesome. Super, everyone. First of all, let me acknowledge you. It is Wednesday night. You've taken time off. You're attending this webinar. You could be doing so many other things right now. And I want to acknowledge you. You're here because you're committed to altering your financial destiny. And I promise that I'm going to give you the best in my power tonight so that you reach your financial goals. I promise you that by the time we complete this webinar, it will be time well spent for you. And before we get started, before we go any further, let me share some ground rules with you. So the webinar will run for 90 minutes. If you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now because there's no point leaving in between. So stay till the end. If you're going to stay till the end, just type I am in the comments box. If you're going to stay till I leave, that is 10:30 p.m. So type in I am in if you are in until 10:30 p.m. Got it. I can see you, Ronak. Sure, Joey, Priya, Shweta, Dr. ND. ND, can you please rename yourself? Write down your full name. I trust you have pens and papers, everyone. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. Even one idea here could alter your money life. You know, one day exactly like this, I was sitting with one of my mentors and I took action on one of the ideas, and that changed my life. I was able to double my money with my investments. I was able to buy my first property with just limited amounts of money in my pocket. And this is because I was able to implement that one idea that came. So don't underestimate the knowledge that you get today because it can change your life. So if you don't have pens and papers, I suggest you quickly go grab one right now. We're going to have the Q&A section towards the end. So if you're bubbling with questions in between, just note them down on your papers. Don't ask me questions in between because that will break the flow of the webinar. Today's webinar, I promise, is not around boring stuff. So I'm not going to show you boring PPTs. I'm going to show you my exact methodology on how I did it. So I'm going to show you my financial system. Are you okay seeing my financial system? With this system, I have managed to derive a lot of financial results in my life. So just type yes in the comments box. It's not a theory session, so I will need 90 minutes to explain everything to you. So questions in the end. And when I ask for a response, I would love a response. You know, the reason I'm doing this session live, this webinar live, is so that I'm able to engage with you. I'm able to call out your names and I'm able to see you, engage with you. So Zaheen, Priya, I see all of you. So here are some of the ground rules to get you started. And now the next step. The next step that I'm going to share with you today is, so I'm going to share some concepts with you that can help you with your wealth creation and can get you access to your financial goals. So in this webinar tonight, you will learn the key qualities, habit that successful long-term investors possess and how you can cultivate these traits to enhance your own investment journey. So type in RTS if you are ready to start. How many of you? You're ready to start, ready to begin. And I'm going to share today with you how this really works. So how many of you are ready to start? Got it. Zaheen, Ronak, Dr. ND, Priya. I see you guys. Awesome. Yes, Shweta. Shalini, and I'm going to now share some quick statistics with you. Do you know, guys, that women own only 1% of the world's wealth? And this is despite us women comprising of 50% of the global population. So while we are 50% of the population, only 1% of the world's wealth is owned by us. Do you know this? How many of you know this? Another stats. Do you know that about 38% of married women consider their spouse to be the primary decision maker for long-term financial planning? Do you know that only 30% of women worldwide are financially literate? Are you ready to change this with me? Are you ready to change these stats with me? Which means the change begins with where you are. The change begins with you altering how you manage your money, how you invest your money. So type in ready. How many of you are ready to change yourself? Ready to change the way you manage your money, ready to change the way you invest your money so that this global statistics could change at a bigger level. We cause the change. Got it, Ronak. I see you. I hear you. Yeah. Who are we and why are we even talking about this, right? So we are Women on Wealth and we help women take charge of their finances. So we run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We've now been operational for the last 13 years and we have helped over 5,000 women till now. These women have become debt free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. Many women have built their own investment portfolios. They've learned the step by step methodologies to pick their own investments. Some of them have managed to buy their own properties, start their own businesses without depending on their husband, father, broker, advisor. Some women today are recognized as the finance ministers of their house and they're getting involved in major financial decision making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system and everyone can learn it. Finance is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system. And every woman with basic IQ and basic math skills can learn it. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought that you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you thought you need to be good with maths, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I am not a man and I don't even come from a finance background. I come from a journalism background. That's what my education, higher education has been in. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags, and spas. I always wanted to create wealth, and I just didn't know how to do that. And I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same position as mine, same salary as mine. And he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. So that's where my quest to wealth began. And I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments like public provident fund, PPF, and fixed deposits. I did those investments. And very soon I realized that the rates of return were so low and I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible. None of those goals were possible if I continued to manage my money the way I was managing and invest it the way I was investing. I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. And one of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. So straight I went ahead, opened a Demat account. I got myself a broker and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do, only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was not for me and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I could find my mentors. And I found four mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest, and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor taught me a step by step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I didn't even know that there was any step by step methodology to pick any kind of investment. So I learned the step by step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Went back to the stock market with a lot of courage, and it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that to a point that I could double the entire money that I had invested in the stock market. I also learned, the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds, other investments. I built a well-diversified investment portfolio, and I started, earning from my investments, and my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So before I quit my job, I bought my first property in Delhi NCR, and then I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job. And 2011, we started Women on Wealth. And since then, there's no looking back. We've been privileged to have made a difference to over 5,000 women in the last 13 years. Also, we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 News Channel, Zee Business News Channel, Zee News Channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Economic Times newspaper, Live Mint paper, Femina Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, The Huffington Post, Entrepreneur, and many other magazines, women's blogs, and posts. Also, Cherie Blair, who's wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister, she came from London, especially to visit us in Delhi, and offered us the India partnership to her Cherie Blair Foundation. And since then, we've been nominating women from India to the foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And here is our mission for you. We are committed that we will make 50 lakh women financially educated by 2030. Are you ready for this, everyone? Are you ready to be one of those financially educated women in our country and the world? Got that, Joey? I love that. What about others? Are you ready for your financial education? Sure, Rashika, I hear you. Awesome. Love that. Zaheen, Shweta, Teresa. Got that, everyone. And I celebrate you today with all our students, all our community members, people who have completed our program and have made significant difference to their money lives. I introduce you to Dr. Nisha, who's a dental surgeon in Tirur in Kerala. Her debt reduced by 25% after joining Women on Wealth, and she's experienced a 25% increase in her overall investment portfolio. She says, encouraged by my father and later by my husband, I did what I could to save and invest in a variety of policies and mutual funds, but my money was not growing much. Women on Wealth programs have turned my portfolio around. Sunita Sibish, who works with the DHL Logistics in Mumbai, she says, finance is no longer the rocket science I once believed it to be. I started investing in mutual funds after the course, something I thought was only for high income individuals. Now I know that it is also for folks like me who have no financial history or expertise. Pinky Saharan, who's an IT professional with Intel in Bangalore, she says, I've invested in mutual funds for the first time ever in my life, that too with complete analysis and understanding. All these results and many more results of over 5,000 women have been possible thanks to the curriculum for financial education at Women on Wealth. Our level 1 program is called Money Gym, Your Personal Finance Mastery. Today, you are in a special introduction to this level 1 program of ours. And by the end of this webinar, I promise you 2 free gifts. So make sure you stay till the end to receive these two free gifts. Our level 2 program is called the Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners, and our level 3 program is called the Wine Women Investors Program. Also, we have a lot of free resources right here for you. Monday, 5 p.m., live on Instagram. We have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday, 10 a.m., we have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Thursday, 10 a.m., we have My Investment Mastery series. So to take advantage of all these free resources, make sure you connect with us right away. Connect with us, stay connected with us. The links to join us are on your Zoom chat. The links to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn are all on your Zoom chat. So please click on the links, join us for your financial success. And for those of you who are on your laptops, you could scan this QR code right away to follow us on Instagram. Do type in followed once you have followed us for your financial success. I look forward to all of you jumping in. Let me know that you've joined us for your financial success, everyone. Got it, Rashika. I see you. What about others? Got it, Archana, Bhargavi. Here is the QR code to follow us on LinkedIn, everyone. Got it, Teresa. Everybody, I look forward to you joining us for your financial success. So, Ronak, here are the links again. Here are the links to join us. Okay, now let's move forward, everyone. So today, what I'm promising is that if you attend the webinar till the end, you will get access to building your dream investment income, doubling your wealth, and buying back your precious time to achieve complete financial freedom. So let's begin. Tell me, number one, why become an investor? Why do you want to become an investor? What's the point? What's the point, everyone? Please start typing. For future saving, okay, got it. In order to secure your future, you want to be investing your money now. Love that. Okay, Ronak. So everybody tell me why become an investor so that you can be financially independent? Absolutely. For a better life, yes, a better life right now and a better life in the future. For safety purpose, to live a happy life, sure. So why become an investor, everyone? For your financial independence, yes. Because otherwise you're dependent on a job for the rest of your life, right? If you don't grow your money, then you're constantly dependent on that paycheck. Got that? Brilliant. Now, what I want to create with you is that becoming an investor is no more a choice for women. It is a necessity. I'm repeating this. So, becoming an investor is no more a choice for women. It is a necessity. Why I say this, okay? Why I'm saying it's a necessity? Because we women have financial requirements. Like our number one financial requirement is having an emergency, having a retirement fund. So most of us know that the World Health Organization has been coming out with reports that women are outliving men. So women have a longer lifespan, is what that means, that women are living longer than men. So if not now, then later in our lives, we will have to take charge of our finances. Yes, if you're comfortable with your son taking charge and you still remaining dependent, I get it, but I'm not sure how many of you are comfortable with your children, with you depending on your children. I am definitely not, that kind. And I really know that nobody will get a loan to retire. We all need to have a retirement fund for sure. Right? So, A, we will live longer than men. B, we will not get a loan to retire. So, we better have the retirement fund ready with us from age 60 until age 90. So, 30 years of funds ready. And don't remember, with inflation being a part of our lives, we really need to be growing our money over and above inflation. Otherwise, we'll not have enough for these financial requirements. Number two, it's essential that we sponsor our children's higher education. I mean, we brought these children into the world and we better have the money, or we better grow the money so that there is enough for their higher education. I'm sure many of you are mothers here and you don't want to put your child in an education loan from day one of their work life, right? So, inside of being a responsible parent, it is a requirement, right, that we sponsor our child's higher education. We take breaks, right? When I say breaks, whether it is planning a vacation, planning for a sabbatical, it can be anything, right? We women will need breaks. Everybody needs breaks. It's a requirement, and we better be prepared for breaks rather than being dependent on the paycheck despite working for 10, 15, 20 years. And we have a house of our own. So I want to know, what are your financial requirements? Which one of these are your financial requirements? I want you to type. Which ones are your requirements? Got it? Rashika is saying all of them. I hear you. Got it, Ronak, Teresa. Most of you are saying all of them. Sure. My question now to you is, can you achieve these financial requirements without investing your money? What do you think, guys? Yes or no? Got it. Sai, I hear you. Sure, Ronak. Rashika. What about others? Got it, Archana, Teresa. Brilliant. None of us can achieve these goals. I wouldn't say goals, requirements without investing your money, hard-earned money. One of our students, a community member who is 48-year-old, said, what about my retirement? She said, I am in a private job. I will not get any pension. She said, I knew I will not have enough for retirement if I continue to invest in gold, provident fund, and other traditional investments. How many of you are in this situation where you are in a private job? Type in me. You know you will not get pension, and you're actually investing only in traditional investments, and you know that you will not have enough for retirement if you continue like this. How many of you can see that where you are? Got that, Rasika, sign? One of our community members, who's Martha, she could see this for herself. And she learned with us how to pick good quality modern investments. She built a well diversified investment portfolio without depending on anyone in her life. She's today become an independent equity investor, and she's a financial guide for her family. She says, I'm on track and building my retirement fund confidently and independently. Here is the second thing that I want to create with all of you. You can lose your money if you invest for less than 5 years in modern investments. So what I want all of you to know that there is no get rich quick scheme. You can lose your money if you invest it for less than 5 years. Risk is higher in the short term. So you just can get incremental growth in the short term, but not exponential growth in the short term. So I'm repeating, you just can get incremental growth in the short term, but not exponential growth in the short term. Do you agree that to achieve your financial requirements, not goals? I'm repeating. Do you agree? Type in agree if you do. That to achieve your financial requirements, not goals, you need to invest your hard-earned money, and that too for a longer period of time. How many of you get this? How many of you get that just thinking about short term is not enough to meet your financial requirements? Got that, Ronak, Teresa, Rasika, Sai, Archana, I see you, I acknowledge you. Now let's begin with the three concepts of today. Number one concept, qualities of successful long-term investors. Patience, discipline, and an analytical approach. You know, when you talk about the quality of patience, now patience is crucial in long-term investing. Markets are inherently volatile. So up and down, inherently it's like that. And the prices can fluctuate dramatically in the short term. So patience is crucial when it comes to long-term investing. For example, during the 2008 financial crisis, the stock market dropped significantly. However, those who remained patient and they held on to good quality investments, They saw substantial recoveries and gains in the following years. Number two, discipline. Now, discipline involves sticking to your investment strategy, and that is regardless of market conditions. So, it is about making rational decisions based on your long term goals rather than reacting to short term market movements. So, a disciplined approach can help you prevent emotional decisions, right? Like panic selling during market downturns can lead to significant losses for you. The third quality is analytical mindset. Now, successful investors analyze companies thoroughly before investing. They are not dependent on tips or brokers or advisors or brother, father, husband. No. Successful investors will thoroughly research their investments, whether it is mutual funds, bonds, any other type of funds, stocks, anything. So they understand what they are buying. They research and they pick the best quality investment. Because when you pick the best quality investment, you significantly reduce your risk. And that's the benefit of analyzing your investments. Are you getting this, everyone? Type in got it. If you are getting this, how many of you I want to see are getting this? Got it, Ronak. You got it. Got it, Rashika, Archana. What about others? Got it, Teresa. Sure, then. Bhargavi, good to have you join in the chat. Brilliant. So, everybody, the only way for you to exponentially grow your money, right? Now, in order to have enough for retirement, have enough for children's education, buy your house, be able to take sabbaticals, what's needed to exponentially grow your money? Only then you can reach your financial requirements. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money is by imbibing qualities of a long-term investor. So Meryl Dennis, who's a communication expert, she came to us back in 2017. At that time, she'd been working in different companies for about 10, 12 years. Her salary was increasing, but her wealth wasn't. She knew she lacked the knowledge of investments. She had no idea on how to invest in modern investments. She was doing her provident fund and other traditional investments, but she knew she would not make it to her financial requirements. So she learned from us. She learned the art of picking good quality modern investments. She learned the art of building an investment portfolio, a well diversified investment portfolio. She learned the art of financial planning and more. She handpicked good quality investments, modern investments, and in a span of the last 1 year, she's increased her net worth by 37%. So while inflation is growing at about 7 to 8% year on year, Meryl and many, many women like Meryl are growing their money exponentially. Can you imagine if that happened to you? Can you imagine exponential financial growth for you? Type in imagine if you can imagine. If you can imagine that that's happening for you. Got it, Ronak. What about others? Can everybody imagine this? All of you. Yep. Sure. Archana, Rashika. Sure. Yes, absolutely, Ronak. Let's now go to concept number 2, which is habits of successful long-term investor, which is number 1, regular research and continuous learning. Number two, diversification. And number three, a consistent investment strategy. Now let's go over each habit one by one. So regular research and continuous learning. So it's critical that we stay informed. The investment landscape is constantly evolving. What is critical, you will see, is that successful investors, they stay informed. They are regularly researching about investments. They are very actively managing their finances. They know that this is a critical area that they cannot hand down to someone. Like nobody can manage your money the way you will, everyone. So it's critical that you learn to do your own research, you continuously learning. Number two, diversification. Now, diversification involves that you spread your investments across different asset classes, sectors, geographic regions, and the intention is that you reduce your risk. So, by diversifying in best quality investments, what are you doing? You're minimizing the impact of any downturn on your overall investment portfolio, because the best quality investments fall the least during bad times and they'll appreciate well in value over a period of time. So the intention is to build more stable, predictable returns over time so that you know that you are on track to reaching your financial goals. Next, consistent investment strategy. Now, one of the effective strategies is averaging out your buying price. Yeah, so many of us do SIPs. We invest a fixed amount of money every month or at regular intervals, right? And this is regardless of what is happening in the market, right? We continue with our SIPs. So now this approach of, this, uh, systematic investing, what it does, it reduces the risk of investing a large amount of money in a single investment at a wrong time, say. Right? So that's an important strategy to follow. So consistent contributions are to be made to your investments, and this ensures that you are continuously building your investment portfolio, and you're taking advantage of compounding. And for that, time is very important. Time is of essence, everyone. How many of you relate to this? Type in relate if you relate with what I'm sharing with you here. So type in relate. Got it, Ronak. What about others? Yes, Archana. Got it, Bhargavi. I hear you. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money to reach your financial requirements, number one, you need to build the qualities of a long-term investor. Number two, you need to build habits of a long-term investor. So Kaveri Bharat, who's a potter, a ceramic artist in Chennai, she said, my idea of financial freedom is not to stop working. I love my work. I just don't love the stress of constantly monetize it to be able to put bread on the table. In the financial future that I'm working towards, I will not have to take up jobs or clients whom I don't like. By practicing regular research and continuous learning, I have picked good quality investments. Diversification has allowed me to spread my risk, and a consistent investment strategy has ensured steady growth. Thanks to Women on Wealth, I have built a financial system to grow my money for the rest of my life. My children can go out and they can live their dreams without worrying about my husband and me. I don't have to worry about funding all my adventures. Women on Wealth doesn't just give you a fish to eat today. They teach you to fish so that you will never be hungry for the rest of your life. Would you like to be our next success story, everyone? Would you like to be your own financial success story for yourself, your children, your family? Yes, sign. Got it, Ronak. I love that. Brilliant, Archana. Concept number 3 now, everyone. Mindset of successful long-term investors, which is long-term perspective, handling volatility and staying calm, and embracing mistakes and learning from them. So, let's talk about the long-term perspective now. Now, successful investors will maintain a long-term perspective. They are focusing on their financial requirements of a lifetime. They are not just looking at short-term, get rich quick schemes. There are none, right? There are none, and they are clear about that, and they know that they need to have a long-term perspective in their lives. And they stay committed to their investment strategy because reaching their financial requirements, they know that they need to be thinking for the long term and stay committed. Stay in action, stay committed, and stay away from excuses, right? So, for instance, Warren Buffett, who's one of the most successful investors of all times, he advocates for a long term approach. He famously said, "Our favorite holding period is forever." Number two, handling volatility and staying calm. Now, market volatility, like I said, is inevitable. Now, successful investors manage their emotions. They will remain calm during market fluctuations. They understand that volatility is a natural part of investing. So, you need to avoid panic selling because panic selling during market downturns can lead to significant losses for you. So instead, view downturns as potential buying opportunities to acquire best quality investments at lower prices. So if you can learn these step-by-step methodologies to pick best quality investments right away, then those downturns, right, will become opportunities for you to buy the best quality investments at much lower rates and maximize your profits, significantly increase your chances in making to your financial requirements. Next, embracing mistakes and learning from them. So we need to be viewing mistakes as learning opportunities, isn't it, everyone? Each one of us makes mistakes. It's human to make mistakes. Even the most successful investors make mistakes. The key is that we learn from these mistakes and we improve our investment strategy by learning. So, consider Peter Lynch. Now, Peter Lynch, who managed a big fund, he made some poor investment decisions and he learned from them, and he then achieved outstanding long-term financial results. And, Lynch advises that in this business, in this investing business, if you're good, then you are right 6 out of 10 times. And you're never going to be right 9 times out of 10. So, repeating all the mindset, of successful long-term investors. So, have a long-term perspective, everyone. Handle volatility and stay calm and embrace mistakes and learn from them. So, the only way for you to exponentially grow your money, number one, is build qualities of a long-term investor. Number two, build habits of a long-term investor. And number three, build mindset of a long-term investor. Here is what some of our women are to say when they are building the mindset of successful long-term investors. One of them said, for me, the biggest takeaway was that I could keep a check on my emotions that day. They're talking about the election results day. So I'm repeating, for me, the biggest takeaway was that I could keep a check on my emotions that day of the election results and not take any impulsive decisions. The energy in the group was just so amazing, and Priyanka's valuable inputs were the cherry on the pie. Malobika said, conviction in the structured approach of buying every month, but also keeping money aside for extra buying opportunities. I used the latter strategy for the first time yesterday, and I'm going to continue doing an RD, a recurring deposit, for such opportunities. Sabina said, power of education and power of financial education is what I experienced in the last 3 days. My investment portfolio is 5% up today in just 10 months. Thank you, Priyanka, and the Women on Wealth community for supporting and sharing your knowledge here. Nowadays, I'm in a wow mode. So you'll find thousands of such stories of women who've taken charge of their finances, and they're changing the way the world sees women with money. And these women are spread across India and the world. Would you like to be a part of this social change? I want to know how many of you are serious about changing your financial destiny, about changing the way you operate in your finances. Bhargavi is. Got it. Sai, you are serious. Obviously serious. Got it, Ronak. What about others, everybody? I want to know how many of you are really serious. Yes, Teresa, I hear you. Got that. Time for some questions. No question is basic and no question is silly. You're welcome to ask as many questions that you want, and in the limited time that I have, I'm going to answer as many that I can. So go ahead, please ask your questions, everyone. Sign, this is a brilliant question. How many of you are in your 40s? I want you to type. Sign is saying I'm 44, and is it too late for me to start? 43, Ronak. Sure, Sign, you have friends here who are as late as you are. What about others? Anybody in their 40s? Rashika, 42? Got it. Yes, Archana, 49. Got it, Pradanya. I see you guys. I acknowledge you guys. So definitely, yes, you are late, right? Because 15, 20 years of your work life is gone, and you have not even started independently, intelligently in good quality, modern investments that beat inflation and exponentially grow your money, right? So a lot of time is gone by. And yes, time is of a sense when it comes to compounding. Time is really, really critical. Like, I started investing at the age of 21, and here I am sitting in front of you at age 39. I live in my own 3 BHK apartment in the center of Delhi. India Gate is hardly 10 minutes drive from my house. I have invested enough for my retirement. I generate a good investment income. All that is because I started early, and of course I had a long-term perspective. So I did well, and I am very well financially settled, and I'm able to help all of you is because of that. So yes, you're late, but like better late than never, right? Isn't it, guys? All of you who are in your 40s or even 30s is definitely late. I'm sure a lot of you are in your 30s here, right? Better late than never. It's critical that you start now and be really serious about this, committed about this, so that you can alter your money life, alter your financial life, and have a new life, right? Like, I think that's what's important, isn't it? That you build up to a whole different world now. Any other questions, anyone? Anything that you want to ask? Yes, so one of the questions which have come in the DM for me is that you've invested in the Mahila Bachat scheme last year. It's a scheme for 2 years, and should you be investing in other schemes or mutual funds? Of course, we need a well-diversified investment portfolio. Just investing in one or two things is not enough. Diversification is the key. So, yes, you need to be investing more and investing in different types of investments, have a well-diversified investment portfolio. But before you invest in any schemes, policies, make sure you understand them. Example, in mutual funds, there's a proper step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. So don't just invest in mutual funds because some app said, YouTube said, somebody said, brother said, husband said. No, that's not the way to invest. Dependency is not the way forward, everyone. What's critical is you learn the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality investments, and then you invest with full understanding and clarity. That is when you confidently invest and you're clear that you're making money and you do make money. Like in our community, easily we generate 20, 22, even 25% return year on year. Community members are doubling their money every 4 to 5 years. It's possible. Your financial requirements are absolutely possible. Ronak, you want to learn from me? Sure, then stay tuned. I have 2 free gifts coming up shortly. One of them will be around learning more. Archana, you want to educate women for their financial independence? Sure. First, you got to cause your financial independence. It's like, imagine if I had not even bought my property. Right? This is my second, the 3 BHK apartment that I live in. This is my second property in Delhi that I've bought. The first property I bought at the age of 27. The second one I bought at 37. And right now I am almost in the next 5 months touching age 40. So first you need to be creating wealth, and that too intelligently, independently, for before you educate other women, right? You got to walk the path. Absolutely. Brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone. I trust you created value for yourself from all the concepts that I shared with you today and from all the questions that I have answered for you today. And now I have some questions for you to answer. My first question to you is, how many of you realize that there's far more for you to learn? There's far more for you to do as far as implementing the knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned. Type in yes in the comments box if you realize that. How many of you realize that there's far more to learn, far more to do as far as implementing the knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? Got that, Ronak? Sai. Some of you are privately writing to me. Please move your messages to everyone so that everyone can see that you are one of them. Got it, Teresa, Bhargavi, Rasika. I see you guys. Here's my second question and a more important question for you. How many of you realize that by not getting into this game right now, by not implementing this financial knowledge right away, you will repeat your past? You will keep doing things in a traditional way that doesn't work effectively anyway. So how many of you realize that? Type in I do in the comments box if you realize this. If you realize that doing things the old way will only slow down your financial progress, you know that you'll be grinding it like what I used to do for 6 years. I was doing investments after investments, and I was doing that by depending on other people, by depending on tips from other people, and having no financial system to manage my own money. It was so much of pain. It was frustrating, because I was getting nowhere with my wealth, and this was despite working for 5 6 years and earning well in my jobs. So now, with the financial system that I have, I've built a financial worth of a few crores. Like I told you, I've built my own properties. I live in my own house. I'm not dependent on anyone. And I don't need to depend on anyone or any job or any work to take care of my expenses. So this is why I've designed this financial system that I've crafted specially for you. And I'm going to share this now that, Women on Wealth Money Gym program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system designed to give you access to your financial goals. So you could be anywhere here right now. You could be a complete beginner, somebody who's dependent on others for your financial investment decisions, or somebody who has some knowledge, but there's lack of implementation where you are. In 2 months' time, you have the probability of becoming a knowledgeable investor, somebody who makes confident, independent financial decisions, somebody who starts investing without depending on anyone in her life. Are you ready for this journey of your financial transformation, everyone? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready for this journey? Got it. Rashika is, Ronak is, got that. What about others? Yes, Priya? Sure. Got that. Got that, Archana. Brilliant. So right now, all of you who are ready have two options. One is you can choose to do it alone. So it will be a slow and time-consuming process. It would require you to do loads of trial and errors. You may stay stuck in the same hamster wheel, and you may give up on your dreams. Option number two is we do it together. You and I, you and us, our entire team, we all do it together. It will save you time, which is your most precious asset. You will start seeing results from day one of your joining. You will save lots of money by avoiding trials and errors, and you will become a part of a women-centric investment community. So here is how it will work. Number one, you will build a vision for yourself. So you get clarity on how much money you need to reach your financial goals, your financial requirements. Number two, you identify your current financial situation. So you look at how much money you're spending on things that don't align with your goals, values, and purpose in life. Step three, you identify the gap. So you identify how much you should invest each month, where you should invest, for how long you should invest, and at what rates of returns to reach your financial goals. Step four, you build your investment portfolio, your first investment portfolio on your own. So you get access to picking good quality, high return investments on your own without depending on anyone in your life. And step five, you achieve your financial freedom. So if you have no experience, it does not matter. If you come from a non-finance background, it does not matter. If you don't speak English, it does not matter. What matters is that you're willing to now invest your time, effort, energy, money to learn this skill for a lifetime. So it's like learning English, everyone. Once you learned English, you knew it for life. The same way is finance. Once you learn it for a lifetime. So if this sounds like you, and if you want to build your dream investment income, you want to double your wealth and buy back your precious time to achieve complete financial freedom, then over the next 3 days, I have set aside some time to talk with you and see if we can help you. So what this call is, it's a personalized, free, personalized finance call. So you're being right now invited to a free call with us. So it will be a Zoom call, a video call, like how I am sitting from my laptop. I have joined on Zoom, and you can clearly see me. I'm sitting in a well-lit room, the same way you are expected to come on Zoom, on video, sit in a quiet place where you're not disturbed, have your video on, and be properly dressed. Number three, over this call, we will ask you questions. So we'll ask you questions in order to understand your current financial situation and your financial goals. And number four, I promise you that this will be the most valuable 30 to 45 minutes that you will ever spend on your money life. Now, once you book your call, so I'm going to shortly give you the link to book your call. Okay. Once you book your call, number one, you will receive a WhatsApp message from our team member Shobha. This will be one day before your scheduled date, and we'll be forced to cancel your call if you fail to reply to that message. So the moment you see the WhatsApp message, please make sure you reply, you respond, right? You acknowledge her message and you say that you are coming, you are scheduled for your financial progress. Number two, we're trying to bring immense value on this one-on-one call to you. So we will highly appreciate that before the call starts, you sit in a quiet place, you have a proper internet connection, you have a notebook, a pen, and you are sitting in a well-lit room so that we can see you well. Number three, at the end of this call, we will show you the opportunity to be a part of our Women on Wealth community. And number four, if you fail to attend the call without any prior notice, you will be blacklisted from our list and you will not get another chance to schedule this call with us. So how many of you are ready to book your call with us right now? Type in ready if you're ready to book the call, and then we will put in the link for you to book your call, your free call. Got it? Archana is ready. So Sheetal, you can put in the link. Who else is ready to book? Who else is coming? So Archana, here is the link. Make sure you book it right away and type in booked once you book so that we know that you've booked. Ronak, you ready to book? Brilliant. What about others? Everybody know that only different actions will give you different results. Is this a different action that inspires you to take and get different results? Sure, Teresa. Waiting for all of you to book your appointments and type in booked, and I will confirm that we've received your appointment. So are all of you booking? You're busy making sure that you're part. So Bhargavi, I invite you to make it happen. You know, we are all busy women. We don't have time for things. We take out time for things that are priority, that are urgent. Is working on your money life urgent for you? Is it urgent for you to make sure that you put in your hard-earned money intelligently towards investments that help you reach your financial requirements? So for everybody, if you're booking, you're really committing, you're sharing that you're serious about your financial progress. So make sure you make it happen rather than waiting for that one day, someday when, somebody else will do it for you. That's not how it works. And something is priority, we make it happen. So type in booked everyone once you've booked the appointment. Awesome, Rashika. That's brilliant. The moment we receive, the moment we receive your confirmation, we'll confirm. Okay. I will just check. Teresa, I can see you've booked your appointment.
We have Rashika too.
We have Rashika too. Awesome. So we are looking forward. And everybody who can see Sheetal, she's my right hand at Women on Wealth, my partner in crime. So we'll be together leading your one-on-one sessions. So Teresa is in, Rashika is in. Anybody else coming in? Okay, so Teresa done, Rashika done. Anybody else? Type in me if you're still busy booking, then we'll wait for a couple of more minutes. Otherwise, we'll move forward. So type in me if you are still busy booking.
We have received for Archana.
Okay. Archana, we have your booking. Brilliant. Got it, Archana. Do check your emails, everyone. Everybody who's booking, if you're receiving an email, then you know that your booking has been received. So
We have Kartika.
yeah, Kartika. Okay, brilliant. So Teresa in, Rashika in, Archana in, Kartika in.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anybody else still booking? Type in me so that we know that we will wait for you. Else we move forward. I have one more free gift for you. Okay, shall we move forward then? Sheetal, what do you think?
Yes, I think so, Priyanka.
Done then, done. So guys, if you received value from what we created tonight, then here is a message that we invite you to send to your friends, family members, any of the women's groups that you're part of, school groups, college groups, family groups. Invite them share with them that financial education is accessible and that they can come and access it with us. So here is the message, everyone. Sheetal, please type that in, paste that in. You'll have to long press, everybody, and paste it. Okay, paste it in various groups, send one-on-one to women, any women in your life. Give them access to their financial education. That's the whole point. Type in with you if you have shared this message with people in your life and if you are with us in making sure that 50 lakh women become financially educated. I'm waiting for all of you to say that you are with me in this journey. You're with me and Sheetal in making sure your money life alters and every woman's money life alters. Got that, Archana? Thank you. I'm glad you're with us. What about others? Everybody with me? Got that sign? Just long press everyone, copy the message and paste it. Paste it, send it to women in your life. Okay, done everyone. Thank you so much for attending the webinar and for being with me till the end. Here is a free gift for you, a thank you gift for you. So make sure you download this ebook now, read it, and avoid the mistakes that people often make. So Sheetal, please go for it. Here is the ebook, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending till the end. Thank you for making sure that you committed to your financial success. Hey, Sapna, you booked an appointment. Okay. Let's check if we've received it. Sheetal, do we see it? I cannot see it as yet.
Yeah, we have it.
We have it. Sure then. Done, Sapna. Looking forward to seeing all of you then. All of you who booked your appointments. I look forward to seeing you. Sheetal looks forward to seeing you. And let's thrive financially. Let's together make you win financially. Sure, Ronak, thank you very much for taking the knowledge, deriving the knowledge here. Loads of love, everyone. And for all of you who doesn't know, in order to do one webinar, it takes the entire Women on Wealth team to come together. For today, it's only the two of us that you can see, but we are 6, 7 of us who run Women on Wealth. So know that this webinar and each thing at Women on Wealth is taking many, many women to come together so that you contributed to. So take charge, stay safe, and keep coming back for your financial success. Thank you so much. Sheetal, thank you for being